It's honeymoon time! Hello, welcome to another figure review. Today we're gonna have a look at the Nendoroid 1559 Kumoko from the anime Kumo ga Nanika. So I'm a spider, so what? Now, you know your boy isn't really collecting a lot of Nendoroids unless it makes sense, and for this character it makes absolutely sense. This anime is just funny. It's one of the isekais that makes it different, makes it more interesting, and honestly, the design of the spooder is amazing. I hate spiders, but when I saw this one, it's just like so kawaii. This is like the most anime spider I've ever seen, so I had to pick it up. Let's have a look at it. Overall size of the spooder, I'm gonna look at her from front to back first, which is like 7.5 centimeters, and that makes for your inches, which would be a little bit over 3, right? Like 3 and just a teeny tiny bit. If you just sit it down, well, that's really depending on how you sit it down, but let's just do like a basic pose like that. That would go up to 2.5 inches, only to the back, or the antennas might go up a little bit more. And then we have the centimeters, which would just go up to 6.5 centimeters. Size comparison. Here's Jalter, NECA Michelangelo, SH Figure Arts Krillin, Nendoroid Hamtaro, and Darkseid. Look and detail of the spooder, but first of all, yeah, you can pose her without the base. Depends on just how you move her little claw legs. Overall, look in detail. The face sculpt, you do have the anime accuracy. There's no issue with that. The big eyes with the pink in there and a little bit of purple. However, the dots on the face, which I guess are the extra eyes, they should be molded on. They're just painted on. It's a flat surface, so remembering from the show, it did stick out a little bit. Also, it does stick out is that the paint on her ears is not line up, well, ears, antennas, but as you can tell, there's the mold, and the paint kind of stops a little bit too early, which is just weird. The mouth is also molded on and not painted on, which I don't have any issue with, and they do have all the big dots in the back. And this piece is also just lying flat on there. Now, depending on how you look at it, you could say, well, you should be able to lift it up a little bit. Maybe if this was soft plastic, it might have been a little bit better, but again, that's just minor complaints. You have the hole in the butt, well, mostly for the base, but you also have one in the lower half, and also the fangs coming out of her butt. Also, this is like a double kind of two-tone. You see how it's molded over here? Kind of splits it up into two. And the molding, okay. Now, so far I didn't have any problems with any legs disconnecting. That's the first time that is happening. But the mold over here is good, and it's painted well enough, I'd say. There's some bleeding, as you can tell, but that's only if you're going in very, very deeply. And, you know, it's the underside of the spider, but for this one, it might be actually relevant, depending on how you want to pose her. There's some ideas for that. And same thing, it's the paint on this one, there's really just a small bleeding, which is just, it's kind of annoying, I don't know. All I'm saying is the execution could be a little bit better. Now, as far as articulation goes, as you can tell, all the limbs are packed in, so you can move them up and down, you can swivel them all the way around, and then you have the ball hinge in there, move all the fangs up, and then you have another simple hinge, and now it just, wow, that ball hinge just disintegrated. Okay, well, I hope I get it back together. And you have another hinge in the front, and then the head spins all the way around, has a little bit of wiggle motion, not too much, but then you can loosen it up a little bit and shift it, so you have that at least. You have the antennas just on ball hinges, can bring that back and forth and rotate it. This one's really stiff actually, but that's about it. Nothing down here, but that's fine, I guess. And now getting to the meat of any Nendoroid figure is the accessories, because that's the name of the game. First and foremost, you have this see-through plastic backdrop with some spider webs, and you just have a clamp over here. I still got it in the plastic because I don't really plan to take it out, but you just clamp it on there and like any way you like, and then you put it in the back for some posing. Just takes up too much space for my liking, but it's fine. It's a cool accessory. I'm not knocking it. You have the faces, like the sad, kind of like depressed face, and obviously this super duper angry face. I love this one. This is, the expressions of the show are amazingly done, so to really get these kind of faces, I wish it would have been more. Just from looking at the animation, it looks pretty cool. And you have the spider webs. One that just kind of goes in like a zigzag lightning bolt, and one that has like a spiky kind of morning star on it, which all of them just slide over her legs, fangs, or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, it's not the tightest fit. You really have to pull it up, move it up. That's something I already noticed. Move it up a little bit and try to get it on there so it does somewhat take it. And yeah, I mean, I played around a little bit with it. I got it at some parts, but as you can tell, trying it right now under the camera, it doesn't perform too well. It really has to sit up there. Can't move it down, otherwise it's... Oh, of course now it doesn't slide down. Anyway, so sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Take some time to play around with. And then finally you have her Venom, what was it? Venom synthesis attack. Like just a bowl of poison. It's very dark. The tips of it is a little bit brighter. It does have a hole somewhere. There it is. So you can put it on the base. With the base you have the classic arm to put the figure on there. And this one is nice and tight, but you can still tighten the screws on this side for some more stability. And actually this one works just again for the butt or the lower half. She wants to climb somewhere up. And then you have this one, which is a lot thinner, but that's just for the Venom effect. It is on the ball, so you just slide that in. If it doesn't really go in the first time, I recommend heating it up. But yeah, there you go. Have that, and then you can move it around. And there you go. Oh, and by the way, I also got 2 ball packs, 2 ball hinges to replace the other ones, which makes sense since one of them already likes to tear apart. So I probably replaced that one already. Final thoughts on what it comes down to is really just the QC issues, like the small paint here and there, bleeding, going over the line or not lining up completely. It's all of that. And to be fair though, all these issues are relatively small enough for me to say, alright, I still like this figure, I still love the look, I love the faces, the accessories are pretty cool, even though, you know, some of them are a little bit problematic to connect, but it does work, it just takes some time, so take my word for that. And yeah, I mean, it still has a great look and does the job, bringing the Spooder of Kumoko to life in Nendoroid form. So I still recommend it for fans of the show and just for fans of like chibi Spooders, I guess. That's a niche application. But anyway, that's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Kumoko wants.